This is the Barbados Today evening news for Thursday, July 13. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. There is a possibility that the private sector could join forces with the island's trade unions in an attempt to force government's hand in changing the controversial tax measures announced in this year's budget. It is not yet clear what steps the unions will take if government does not meet their 48-hour deadline to offer a reprieve from the austerity measures. Following a march for relief on Tuesday, the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union, the Barbados Union of Teachers, the Barbados Workers Union, and the National Union of Public Workers threatened to up the ting if government does not respond positively to their demands. And Chairman of the Barbados Private Sector Association, Charles Herbert, says the business community shares the union's concerns.
We've talked with the union to see what common positions we have between the private sector and the union. If we don't have common positions, we can't join them. But if we do have common positions, then we might. But we just can't say too much at this stage, Marvin. All you can say at this stage is that we are talking with each other and we are exploring our common positions. After that, you have to interpret what would happen if we find that we have common positions.
Herbert added that the private sector also wants further dialogue with government on issues of national importance.
We had met to see what common positions we had. We had a very good meeting, and that we were going to take the recommendations of the meeting back to our constituent boards before making a public statement. And really, if people said, you know, what were our most common things, and it really was that we were not happy with the level of dialogue with government over our financial problems and over the budget.
In news from the courts now, Magistrate Christy Cuffy Sargent today dismissed an assault charge against the leader of the local Catholic Church, Bishop Jason Gordon. The case was brought by Junior Blackman last December, but it was dismissed today after the 41-year-old altar server voluntarily indicated that he was no longer interested in pursuing the matter. Bishop Gordon pleaded not guilty and was granted $3,000 bail when the matter first came up for hearing in the District A Magistrates Court in March. A top health official is raising concern over the effects of non-communicable diseases on women's access to modern contraceptives. PAHO representative for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Dr. Godfrey Shreb, was addressing a media briefing this morning to mark the observance of World Population Day.
Obesity and overweight are on the rise throughout the Caribbean and Barbados especially, and are particularly prevalent among women and children. The increase in obesity has disproportionately impacted women, with the rate of female obesity being 10 percentage points higher than that of men. There is strong evidence that indicates that obesity impairs the effectiveness of some hormonal contraception, and therefore limits women's options to modern contraception. The effects of non-communicable disease, such as diabetes and hypertension, can also affect the ability to conceive, and this both for females and males.
Sports now. After an 8-month impasse between West Indies left-hander Darren Bravo and Cricket West Indies President Dave Cameron, the regional sporting body today announced that Bravo is once again eligible to play for the Caribbean team. In a statement issued this afternoon, Cricket West Indies confirmed that Bravo is available with immediate effect to play in all forms of cricket. The announcement followed Bravo's apology to Cameron for an offensive tweet last November. The tweet resulted in Bravo being sent home ahead of the Tri-Nation Series in Zimbabwe. The controversy stemmed from Cameron's statements on player retainer contracts and the grades of contracts awarded to certain players. In his apology, Bravo stated that, "As I have always tried to uphold the best traditions of West Indies cricket and its players, I now therefore wish to withdraw the comment made on my Twitter account and apologize to the president of CWI and all Windies fans." Cameron, meanwhile, said he wished to assure Bravo that there was no insult or offence intended towards him. He added that Bravo is a senior cricketer who has been a valuable part of the Windies setup for a long time, and he would hope to see his game continue to progress and mature at both the regional and international levels.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips? Yeah? There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for what here, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back now with news from the region, and we go to Guyana, where the opposition is criticizing what it calls the government's incompetent handling of Sunday's fire at the Camp Street prison. The former President Barbados Jagdeo told reporters his party does not plan to politicize the incident, but he believes that the government, particularly the Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan, should be held accountable for the unrest that led to the blaze.
Mr. Jagdeo said too that the mere fact that Minister Ramjatan sought to blame sugar on Sunday evening as the reason the prison's COI recommendations were not taken on board warrants his removal from the post.
Well, I've seen there are lots of public calls for Ramjatan to resign. Maybe he should consider it. He should consider it. Or Granger should consider firing him at this point in time.
Mr. Jagdeo noted that the top priority of the government now should be the safety of the people.
And there should be a large-scale manhunt to recapture those who have escaped. That should be the top priority of the government, and to ensure that they secure the prisoners who are, well, in the lockdown, so that we don't have an escalation.
Mr. Jagdeo preempted media questioning on how his administration had handled the 2002 jailbreak. He chose to criticize the then opposition for aiding those who staged the 2002 jailbreak. Jagdeo said that members of the APNU government were providing cover for escapees in 2002 and that the PPP will not do such, but will support the security forces in their bid to quell the matter.
On the international scene, the U.S. State Department will require all nations to provide extensive data to help it vet visa applicants and determine whether a traveler poses a terrorist threat. Reuters news agency says it has obtained a cable which says countries that fail to comply within 50 days could face travel sanctions. The cable was sent to all U.S. diplomatic posts on Wednesday, and it is a summary of a worldwide review of vetting procedures that was required under U.S. President Donald Trump's revised March 6 executive order that temporarily banned U.S. travel by most citizens from 6 predominantly Muslim countries. Other requirements are that countries issue or have active plans to issue electronic passports and regularly report lost and stolen passports to Interpol. But former officials say much of the information being sought is routinely shared between countries. And a former senior Homeland Security Department official, John Sandweg, says some U.S. allies may worry about privacy protections if Washington is seen as seeking information beyond what is already shared. And that takes us to the end of the news this evening. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can also tune in to Mix 96.9 FM for more news and sports. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good evening.